Hi, my name is Alexa, and today I'll be wrapping up all of the videos about the phrases that cause the subjunctive. First, we're going to start with reviewing wishes. Subjunctive is necessary when you are expressing a wish, but the catch is that the wish has to involve another entity. In other words, if you are wishing something about yourself, you don't need to use the subjunctive. But if you wish something for someone else, you need to use the subjunctive. When you are expressing a wish for someone or something else, you do need subjunctive because there is no guarantee that it will happen. There is also another fact that positive and negative wishes both need subjunctive. So now I'm going to write an example of a wish that uses the subjunctive. Yo quiero que mi perro coma el comida. I want that my dog eats the food. So we have our wish here, quiero que. So we are going to use coma, which is the subjunctive form of comer. And we use the subjunctive in this case because we have our wish phrase and we are wishing something for someone else. I'm wishing that my dog eats the food. Now I'm going to show you an example of wishes that will not use the subjunctive. Yo quiero comer. I want to eat. So there is the wish verb here, but there is no que. So that's a problem because this verb won't be able to be conjugated in the subjunctive form. But also, there is no subject change. So I'm wishing something upon myself. So I'm not going to need to use the subjunctive. Now let's move on to doubts. Subjunctive is necessary when you are expressing doubt. The doubt can be about someone else's actions or about your own actions. A change in subject is not always necessary with doubts. Also, expressing doubts is not exclusive to the word doubt. There are other ways to express this, such as no creo que, I don't believe that. No pienso que, I don't think that. And no estoy seguro de, I am not sure that. Now I'm going to show you an example of when the subjunctive is used for doubts. No creo que tengo un examen mañana. I don't believe I have an exam tomorrow. So no creo que. That is a phrase that has some doubt to it. I don't believe that, but I'm not completely sure. On the other hand, if you were saying creo que, I believe that, that has certainty. It's a fact. So we are going to use the subjunctive because there's a bit of doubt in this phrase right here. Now here is a phrase that will, or sentence, that will not use the subjunctive. So creo que tenga un examen mañana. I believe that I have an exam tomorrow. So just as we had discussed before, you will not use the subjunctive in this example because it says creo que. I believe that, so there's certainty. Now moving on to cuando plus future. When, tan pronto como, as soon as, el momento que, the moment that, or el instante en que, the instant that, are combined with the future, the result is subjunctive. The subjunctive is necessary with conjunctions of time, which are created with the use of cuando phrases. The cuando also creates an uncertainty that is necessary with the subjunctive because there is no definite occurrence of the action. There is also no need for a change in subject because the conjunction of times serves as a trigger itself. Now let's write an example of cuando plus future that uses the subjunctive. Correré cuando llegue a mi casa. I will run when I return to my house. So we are going to use a subjunctive in this case because immediately we can see we have our future verb and our quando phrase. So as long as those two things are in the sentence, we will have the subjunctive. Now here's an example of a sentence that will not have the subjunctive. Corro cuando llego a mi casa. I run when I return to my house. So as you can see here, corro and llego are both in the present tense. Although there is the cuando phrase right there, we aren't going to be able to use the subjunctive because there is no future verb in that sentence. Now for the last section, impersonal expressions, phrases that are generic in nature and or present a subjective opinion. These phrases do not require a change in subject. There is still a need for a change in subject, however, whether the phrase refers to the speaker or another person. Expressions that express the truth, certainty, and fact do not use the subjunctive. Expressions that express a bit of doubt use the subjunctive. So we can see that doubt also comes to play again in here. So here is a sentence that will use a subjunctive. Es importante que beba agua antes de ejercitar. It's important that I drink water before exercising. So es importante que is an impersonal expression, and it's not necessarily showing doubt, but it's just one of those impersonal expressions. And then we see we have our subjunctive verb conjugated here. There's not really a change in subject, so that's also an indicator of a subjunctive sentence. And then here is a sentence that will not use the subjunctive. Pienso que necesito un agua antes de ejercitar. I think I need a water before exercising. So we're not going to use the subjunctive in this case because we have pienso que, which is an ojo phrase, which are one of the phrases that we can't use when we're trying to use a subjunctive because it has certainty in there, I think. So I'm pretty certain that I need water before exercising. So we can't use a subjunctive. So we just have a present tense, necesito, of necesitar here. So that is the conclusion to all of those phrases that come along with the subjunctive and what phrases will be used and cause the subjunctive and which of those will not be used and do not cause the subjunctive. Thank you.